Alright, so we're going to do some basic configuration for those of you that have gotten a nice new fancy HDR high refresh rate monitor. In this case, we're going to be going from a 1070 Ti to 5070. I got some comparative numbers here from a 3080 Ti. But what you're going to need to do here is, because you have a nice new fancy high refresh rate monitor, first off, we're going to want to open up your NVIDIA control panel. You can do that by right-clicking the icon in the taskbar there, or probably getting it via start if we type in NVIDIA. Oh, there you go. NVIDIA, not the app. We want the control panel. So then you're going to select the monitor you're going to be using. In this case, I have multiple here. The other two are the LG Dual Up Square guys, so they only have 60 hertz. But here we got 240. Make sure that is at the highest refresh rate. Then you go down to the bottom here. It's going to be on Use Default Color Settings. You change that to 32-bit RGB. Change that to full. And then this is going to be 10 or 12-bit. Choose whichever one is the highest. Then there'll be an Apply button down in the corner here. If I change this, you'll see what that looks like. Apply. That will then set the maximum refresh of this display, like maximum. Make sure it's on the correct resolution. If you're 3840 by 2160, or your 2560 by 1440, 1440p, we're gonna hit cancel there. The other thing you want to do is go to G-Sync here, on the left side, enable G-Sync on your compatible displays. That's gonna be my LG OLED here. And you want to do enable for full screen and windowed and full screen mode. Enable settings for the selected display model, and hit apply. So now you've got your high refresh rate, you've got your G-Sync enabled, and then we're going to go into our display settings here. We got to do a couple more things. So we got this enabled. You're going to turn on your HDR. Any games that have it should automatically pick it up, and because of how the NVIDIA driver works, as well as Windows, it'll auto HDR anything that isn't. We can have a debate on whether or not that is good or not. I think it is good. I have definitely played games that look better. See, you want auto HDR on there. You can control that at a per game basis. And how we do some of that is we get onto graphics. You can also check advanced display settings. Here you'll be at your refresh rate. Dynamic refresh rate, it may have that if you have G-Sync enabled. Depends on your display. Then we go down to graphics though, and there are some additional features that we want to do is turn on auto HDR if you have it. Optimizations for windowed games, turn that on before you turn on auto HDR. See if I turn that off, I can click. And then hardware accelerated GPU scheduling on, variable refresh rate on. You want all of those on. And then you'll be able to take, with all of this, you'll be able to take full advantage of that fancy new IPS, high refresh rate, HDR monitor. With games in here, you can then choose if you want auto HDR on and optimizations for Windows games. Obviously, if it's a full screen game, which realistically you shouldn't be doing, you should be playing in either full screen windowed, borderless, full screen borderless. There's a bunch of different names for.
I mean, there are games I do play window, but they're not very graphically intensive.
Yep, that'd still be optimizations for window, but rarely are going to be doing a full screen game.
Yeah.
Nowadays, at least, ever since Windows 8. And then if there are some games that can be done via the NVIDIA app, you can do HDR through NVIDIA. However, that is on a per game basis, whereas the Windows one can do any game. Those you control in the NVIDIA app here. And what do we got? There's a setting. Here you go. RTX HDR global off. You can turn on. So, and this would do the HDR per that game through NVIDIA driver rather than through Windows. But like I said, the game, NVIDIA is a little bit kind of iffy on that. There you go. You can turn it off for, there's an already get to system. If you don't want to do per game, you go system, video, HDR, and then you go on and you can do that sort of stuff, and it will basically make non-HDR games into HDR. AI convert SDR color space to HDR, requires HDR compatible panel, HDR enabled in there, HDR10 compatible display. Super resolution, unless you got a lot of extra GPU power, you're not going to need that. Another free thing in here, for those that are new, come down to the performance limits, push those all the way up, and if you got, I don't know, what's it been? Probably more than 30 minutes at this point. Tick that box, and it'll tune it. I got a +130 megahertz on the core and +200 on the VRAM. That's pretty much the max I've ever seen on the VRAM. You could manually do this much farther, but this is kind of like free performance.